And so that finally brings us to Helma, who, getting your feet under you successfully, and I think rather, discover that you can run after all. Perhaps it was recognizing this, one look up and you're like, oh, I better get it right this time. Right? And so
Red shadow.
Yeah,
Red shadow coming in.
Yeah. So yes, with a remarkable display of, animal quickness, you dart into that other tunnel and flatten yourself against the side deep enough in so that nothing can actually come down upon you from above very easily. The disuse of this area is extremely evident. In other words, there's boxes are overturned. There's an old flat car is sitting on the track a little further down, clearly stationary for a long time. Tools scattered around, and so okay, the group of you is now safe from attack. And what do you do now, everybody?
Slowly going to 805211. Like, do you need help? Well, he's wrecking up the car looking for him.
Wait, it's me.
Yeah.
If you use the numbers, I'm going to get lost.
Oh, no. Those are, that's an interesting point. Or do you plan to continue to use these numbers?
I just can't follow the numbers. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm trying because I think it's funny.
Go ahead, continue. Right. But yeah, it's just
I do not have.
You can always.
I only know my number because I have it right in front of me.
You can always start with the function. So you would say technician and then the number. Yeah. That would work. So.
I think I'm going to point out that the equipment is quite nice, and we might be using that to move us. But yeah, I don't know. Nothing interesting right now. Not much on my side.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ask why you look tired and out of breath.
Oh, is something wrong? Right.
What is going on?
Well, do you see all the bodies of bats lying there?
Oh my God! There's this stinking war zone behind you. You're in soldier heaven, right? And it's like,
yeah, just looking behind the bag.
No appreciation for art.
The 343900. His instant check is, is everybody all right? And, and does account said archivist, location archivist now. And all of a sudden, like all the minds are like trying to focus on you.
A very tiny yes.
I see. The response from 343900 is, how did you?
I honestly have no idea, but I did.
Right. Okay, so Henna, how about you? What's your?
I'm hanging under this thing for quite a while until it's like I see that people actually start moving around. So
right,
like,
right.
Okay,
so
the danger is over.
Mm-hmm. 343900 is very clear. Max to where did you go? I need to start getting better at this myself. 249800. Which is, these non-soldiers are a disaster. They run all over the place, and they They don't deploy properly, and none of them seem able to shoot. How come they weren't shooting? How come they didn't? What? Don't they? He takes a minute to sort of remember that an archivist would not have weapons. Seems very wrong. Seems very wrong to 343900 that none of the rest of you seem to be properly outfitted with
Yeah, if you are streaming something like that,
right. Mm-hmm.
like if you're streaming something like that to our heads, then it starts like, well, excuse me, sir, like that's your job, and our job is not that job,
Mm-hmm. No,
I'm probably going to agree with him. It would be nice to be able to defend oneself, but I wouldn't know how.
I will ask to everybody, like, except this. He will know, but have everybody shoot anything before? Have you? Are you good at throwing things?
Now, remember, all of you could tap into your hive memories and make these into prior, to draw upon those. But no, personally, I don't think any of the rest of them have done these things.
In theory.
Yeah, exactly. In theory. All of you are telepathically capable of summoning up any skill, but that's it. That's interesting. 343900 is going to give, in fact, you know what? He's going to do a telepathic share with the archivist. Only for 1 degree of success, so it's not as vivid as it could be. But the sudden awareness of what to do with a biomech type creature who is trying to harm you, and precisely how to aim a projectile weapon and pull the trigger, is the sensory quality of it is transmitted to you. It's like this. Again, you are experiencing, the two of you, what it's like to be in a hive mind, but instead of a huge sea of hive mind where individual numbers and identity are not known, so it's all like processed through multiple connections, like multiple synapses in the brain. It's direct. This is 1-to-1. So that's something that all of you are doing habitually now, without realizing that the way you are operating as a hive mind is very different now. Every single time you get information from another person, you know who it is. So this is very new for all of you. So yes, that's communicated to you. Oh, you don't know? Okay, yes, it's like this. So yeah.
I will look at the guns that we found. They were functional.
Yeah.
And they had, so I'll ask I'll ask drone 115716, and I'm gonna try and ask technician 805211 if they want to learn how to use it. You feel the need to. Of course, I will ask Archivist. But I think Archivist had learned a little bit with 3490, 3900. So because we have 2 guns, so 2 more people can be.
Well, I don't have a weapon. I
have 2 guns to give away.
Right, yeah, exactly. Max is like, do you want one? Yeah.
So if I give the archivist one, I have one more.
Mm-hmm.
Technician or drone?
Also, 3900 will inform you that you and I are running low on ammunition for our own
But we
guns,
can.
which is not the same as for these pistols. So keep that in mind. We are not going to be able to shoot anything.
But we can. I think we can do more than them without guns than with.
Right. Okay. So just to let you know, that is where we are right now. And the point is that you can get across this area quite easily now, and you can come up further to where you can literally see the opening of, as I will tell you, of the landed space ship. And as you can see from the map, I think that it is open on this side. There's a breach in the wall, in the hull of the ship, which has clearly been purposed for use. In other words, instead of fixing the hull of the ship, they decided to use that as a new entrance and exit into this system of tunnels and the mining operations.
So for our characters, this so far is just a gigantic building.
Correct. Yeah. And so you're making your way up through the path up to the ship is also open, so that the both of those coming out of the top of this chamber on the map are open to the sky. And the ship is partially buried. The picture isn't exactly clear about which parts are fully or less buried, but this side of it, given the angle, to me is more buried. A great deal is still sticking up, but a great deal is below the surface as well at this particular point.
Mm-hmm.
And the sky is lightening dramatically right now. The light is changing. You don't need the electric or the glow stick lights are completely unnecessary. All of you are looking at each other. And I will also point out something about the quality of this light and the fact that it is completely ambient light because it's sun, as opposed to individual light sources in the darkness. All of you can get a visual impression of one another as people that's probably more complete than you've had the entire time. You can literally see one another as moving, talking individuals now. And the differences among you individually, you've never noticed that among biomechs before. Facial differences, things like that. Final thoughts before we close?
Only if who wants to take the second gun. Well, like.
I don't know if I really want it. It's more like it's necessary for our mission, basically. So I certainly don't want it. I can take it, but I don't want it because it's not my job.
That's a very interesting response too. You're doing something that you don't want to do because you know it's necessary, and it's your decision to do that.
Can I back it down?
What did you say, Nathan?
Oh, everybody wants a gun now. There's only two. The other two got them first.
I gotta take off my arm.
Yeah, right. No, you can't have that. I don't know if you want to explore this area more thoroughly or if you want to go up toward the ship.
Ship.
Okay.
It
All
moves.
right.
Ship.
Yeah.
This
So-
is open, and now it's getting light, and I feel that as a threat. So
Right,
I'd
right.
rather.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking for dangerous things.
Right. At the moment,
as we
yeah.
walk.
No, that's a good idea. The bats come out at dusk and dawn.
But that we
So-
don't know.
Right. Yeah, I know. But just to let you know that as the sun continues to brighten, there won't be any more bats.
But then we will burn or
Mhm.
something.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Who knows?
The house sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
We have no
All
idea
right.
what else may be there.
Right. But you do have some idea that this is that other facility, right? And so,
Mhm.
yeah. All right, everybody. I think that'll do it. Obviously, 3 experience points. You know what? I'm going to wait. I need to go back and look at the little thing for experience points just in case we perhaps qualify. There we go. 1 experience point automatically. If the character faced a particularly difficult experience point, may also or rarely 2. It is possible to get 4 for a given session, and as far as I'm concerned, you get 4.
Okay, can we do the cleverness roll again?
Oh, yes, we can.
I forgot how to do it.
I'm not that clever.
I made it.
You did.
I did not succeed my cleverness. I'm not that smart.
Seriously.
Hey, I got one.
Oh, good. Okay, so
Thank you.
people who succeeded in cleverness get to make up a new skill, a new ability. And the people, and also with the 4 experience points, you can make any untrained into a focus for 3, or you can switch focus and trained focus and prior, into back and forth for 2 points.
Question?
Yeah.
If I want to honor the, should we call it, experience transfer from the soldier, what ability would I need to?
Well, in the most literal one would be shooting.
Okay.
Right.
Because I think I think I should do that in this case.
Excellent. Yeah, that's interesting.
Can we do the level up next week? It would be
Oh, yeah.
easier with actual paper.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's fine. Just note down the experience points that you have total.
Yeah, okay.
So
Do
you don't
I
lose that.
remember right? The maximum of focus we can have is 9.
Hold on. I believe that's for starting characters. I think after that there is no limit.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Aside from.
I'll double check, but yes.
Mhm.
I'll double check, but that is potentially the case.
I'll probably be fine because I can take focus on shooting and then reduce it to prior.
Correct, or reduce something else to prior if you want.
Yeah, no, I think that would be appropriate.
Okay.
And then I can
Sounds good.
still make up another one and would
Right.
get
Yeah.
a focus of 8.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Good night.
See
Bye.
y'all.